By way of background, to tell you a little bit about this project and a little bit about this program, it was in conception for many years within Collier County, even before my arrival in 2003. Our county commissioners, our public safety agencies, emergency management staff have known for many years Collier County's vulnerability from the effects of hurricanes, storm surge flooding, wildfire, homeland security, and natural hazard concerns. This project and its many tenants and partners will further Collier County's ability to be better prepared, maintain reasonable levels of redundancy and continuity of government operations. This center will improve public information dissemination during times of disaster. It will be a focal point to manage all of the partners, both public, private, federal, and state, when it comes time to managing the recovery of a disaster event. And we all know the real work is immediately after the winds cease. This building will also house something that I'm very proud of and somewhat unique in emergency services is its ability to manage telephonic resources or emergency services by telephone to the frail and elderly. So it will have a lot of capability to reach out to the public to help those in times of need by communicating with them and helping them with their outplacement and rapid disaster recovery. It is my opinion that one site, one composite team will make this operation the nation's best. It will be the best in terms of managing recovery and mitigating the effects of disaster and emergency situations. In addition to this center being a site for disaster operations, it will be a site for disaster preparedness. We will do a lot of training for disaster response, recovery, mitigation, and do training here for our public safety forces to manage their proficiencies on a day-to-day basis as well as for disaster. To the commissioners, these are very difficult times and very difficult decisions have had to be made financially in the past year. I want to thank you for putting Collier County's safety and disaster recovery first, and I have referred to this project as the best tool in the toolbox for emergency managers in terms of disaster preparedness and response and recovery. Thank you for supporting us during these difficult times to complete construction, commission this building, and to move forward with operations. At this time, I'm very honored to have Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart come forward. He has monitored our program. He's kept pace with what we've been doing, and has always been there during times of emergency and even been there to make sure that if we needed additional coordination or communication all the way to the White House level, he's been there to support us. With no further ado, Congressman.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It is truly a privilege to be here with all of you and with my dear friends from the Commission and the manager. I want to first, though, commend Dan for the job that he does. I recall when he was showing me the plans and the idea for this project, when it was a dream of this commission and of Dan and the manager, and now we see behind me that dreams do come true if they're accompanied by great leadership, and that is what this county is blessed to have with Dan and with all of my friends that I'm going to mention right now. Chairman Henning, let me tell you about Chairman Henning. Chairman Henning has been extremely useful and helpful to me. He is constantly just showing me, guiding me, and always keeps me appraised of what the issues are that are important to make sure that when I'm in that far away, kind of crazy, artificial place that's Washington, I can always count on the chairman to make sure that he keeps me appraised, keeps me informed, and lets me know what is important in this community. And I thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your efforts. Frank Hallis. Frank and I, Frank, remember, we did a flyover. Yes. And one of the things that he showed me was this. It didn't look like this, frankly. And he insisted that this was an important project and asked me if there's anything that I could do to help, that it would be something that would be helpful. Again, I want to thank you for your leadership, sir. Jim Coletta. I have a story that I always mention about him, not only here, and I know he doesn't like me when I talk about him like this, but it's worth repeating. When that storm was coming, I was in contact with him, and let me tell you what he was doing the night before that storm hit. He personally was knocking on people's doors in Immokalee and elsewhere, making sure that they evacuated. And I say personally, yes, he was knocking on people's door till way into the morning, in the middle of the night, making sure that the constituents that were the people that were going to be hit understood the severity of this. And again, I mention that a lot because it shows the level of public servants that we have in this great commission. So, Jim, again, thank you for your friendship, but thank you for your leadership. Jim Mudd, well, again, as Dan said, he's a man who makes sure that the pennies are spent wisely, and we have another example of what good leadership can be. Jim, again, congratulations on your leadership, and I, again, appreciate your leadership and your friendship. And Under Sheriff Kevin Rams-Bosk, a person that I've seen in the community for a long, long time, is always active. You can always count on him. It's a privilege to be here with you, sir. Thank you for your service to all of us and to this community. As Dan said, I brought a little thing for you from D.C. It's not a gift because it's your money, so it's not a gift. But when these fine individuals here came to me and they said, "Do you think there's anything the federal government can do to help in this effort that Collier County is doing to create a state-of-the-art, safe EOC center that will not be flooded when there's a big storm?" I tried. I got together with my partner up there in Washington, D.C., Congressman Connie Mack, and together we were able to secure some federal fundings. And these federal funds, again, that I was able to secure with Connie Mack, are vital because they will allow Collier County to continue to purchase high-quality and up-to-date public safety equipment, communications technology for this emergency operations center. And again, this center is going to be the heart of the emergency services of this county. And obviously, as you've already heard, the center will be opening in the spring of 2009. I want to thank the people from Kraft for on time, on budget. That's always good to hear. But again, it's expected from you, and we knew that you were going to come through. Thank you for your fine efforts. And of course, I plan to be here if I'm invited when the doors are finally open and when this great center becomes and it fulfills what we know will be a state-of-the-art, hardened facility that will be here good times and in bad times. And I just also want to remind everybody while I'm at it that it's hard to believe, but Dan, I know you're starting to get worried about it. Hurricane season is already around the corner, and it seems like it was yesterday, but it's already around the corner. So it's never too early to start preparing, never too early to get ready, never too early to make sure that you have the supplies. And I am just thrilled to be able to represent a county and a community that is among the most prepared, the most responsible, the best led, not only when it comes to issues of hurricane preparedness, of emergency preparedness, but on a myriad of other issues. So it is a privilege at this time, if that's all right with you all, to present on behalf of my partner in Washington, D.C., that is also honored, and we both are honored to represent this wonderful piece of heaven that is Collier County, on behalf of both of us, to present a check to help with this center, again, that we were able to secure from the federal government. George? And Mr. Chairman, and members of the commission, please, under Sheriff, please, Dan, everybody else. On behalf of the United States Congress, Congressman Connie Mack, myself, and our other colleagues, I am pleased to present to Collier County a check for $352,500, again, to help in Collier County's efforts to make sure that once again it stays on the forefront of emergency preparedness. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.